And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Greenville's Harmon Field. My name is Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you. M. Bixler Video Productions, the name of the business, and we're certainly glad to be back in Ohio after about 6 years in Alabama doing a commute back and forth, doing events up here. But right now it's Senior Day, and let's join Bill Booker with the announcements.
Another soccer cheerleader, Anne-Marie Calkins. Anne-Marie's been at it 3 years. She's been a member of the Wave Airs for 3 years, a class officer, treasurer for 2 years, student council a year, varsity G 2 years, homecoming queen candidate, church youth group 4 years, Spanish club a year, SAD for 2 years, science club a year, office aide 2 years, chamber choir 2 years, women's choir 3 years, and the choraleers a year. And Anne-Marie says she plans to attend either the Ohio State University or Miami and become a dentist. Tom and Marianne Calkins, Anne-Marie. Jessica Wyrick. Well, Jessica's been at it for 3 years too, and she's been a member of the Wave Airs and the choir for 4 years. Been very active in her school and her classroom and extracurriculars as well. She hasn't quite decided what she's going to do after graduation. And here she is with Randy and Debbie Wyrick, Jessica Wyrick. Can't do without the trainer, and we have a good one here in Kathy Fox. Kathy's been at it for 3 years. She's been a teacher's aide for 3 years, office aide a year, Spanish club 2 years, science club a year, member of SAD for 2 years, and she'd like to become a Spanish teacher. Jim and Kate Fox, Kathy Fox. Señorita Fox. Now we go with the players. Number 22, Gabe Bergman. Well, Gabe has been playing soccer for 4 years, 3 years in varsity, science club 3 years, science club vice president, science club president, National Honor Society for 2 years and president, band 4 years, band council vice president, band council president, played tennis for 2 years, run track, she's been a hospice volunteer, Special Olympics volunteer, a GMVC scholar athlete for 2 years. He plans on becoming a computer engineer, possibly attending University of Illinois. Louis Bergman and Mary Bergman, Gabe Bergman. Number 18, Eli Fisher. Well, Eli has been playing soccer for 4 years. In addition, he's played tennis for 4 years and been a member of the art club for 4 years. And again, another young man very active in his school, academically and athletically as well. Hasn't quite decided on his career objective yet. Here he is, Jason and Christy Fisher, Eli Fisher. Number 16, Nick Garner. Well, Nick's been playing soccer for 4 years, 3 years varsity, also tennis for 3 years, involved in carpentry for 2 years, and even wrestled in the 8th grade. He's been in select soccer for 3 years. He wants to get into construction work or excavating work. Here he is with Bill and Jan Garner, Nick Garner. Number 17, Dan Litchfield. Well, Dan's been in the soccer program for 4 years, in the orchestra for a year, academician for 3 years, National Honor Society 2 years, Spanish club 3 years, science club 2 years, the SAG club for a year, the audio video club for a year, and worked at McDonald's for about 3 years. Oh, and he played indoor soccer for 4 years. He's going to study mechanical engineering. Steve and Eileen Litchfield, Dan Litchfield. Here's the keeper, Andy Long. Andy's been playing soccer for 4 years, and he's been in the Band of Pride, the marching band, for 4 years as well. And again, another young man active in his school and community. He's going to go to college, but hasn't quite made up his mind on his main course of study. Gary and Claire Long, Andy Long. Number 20, Nick Riemann. Nick's been playing soccer for 4 years, also tennis for 2 years, the science club 2 years, He was an office aide for a year and a student aide for 2 years. He also plans to study engineering. Donald and Marcia Riemann, Nick Riemann. Number 2, Nathan Seal, another 4-year soccer player. Well, Nathan's been in the science club for 2 years, varsity tennis 3 years, and of course, as we said, soccer for 4 years. Now, Nathan wants to attend a 4-year college, and he wants to major in business and art. Bill and Kathy Seal, Nathan Seal. Number 24, Joe Sharp. Well, Joe's been in the soccer program 4 years as well, and a 4-year member of the Band of Pride. Also a member of the Science Club among his involvements. Now, Joe wants to go to a 4-year college, and he wants to major in engineering. Kent and Linda Sharp, Joe Sharp. Well, I'll tell you what, each of your efforts, and we mean the players and the parents too, have made such a great contribution to the green and white and the respected tradition of Greenville athletics. We mean that. We're proud of each of you seniors. Thank you for your time, for your effort, and your cooperation, and a huge thank you to the parents of these young participants. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate our seniors and their parents. We're going to miss you.
And we will return with the starting lineups in just a moment. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Osgood State Bank with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And businesses and individuals can help underwrite the events that M. Bixler Video Productions airs. Contact us.
Chad Hill. The non-starters, 00. Mike Whitaker. 0. Brian Rexroth. Number 4, Mark Hepter. Number 9, Jason Coburn. Number 15, Robbie Young. Number 16, Adam Buffington. Number 17, Tommy Handworker. Number 20, Andy McKinley. Number 24, Adam Schupp. Number 25, Andy Hoffman. Now the starters for the Arrows. Number 2, Andy Diller. Captain number 3, Steve Poland. Number 5, Matt Buffington. Number 7, Jason Reinhardt. Number 8, Jim Van Off. Number 13, a captain, Trent King. Number 14, a captain, Justin Doggett. Number 18, Chris Leapley. Number 19, Ryan McClyman. Number 21, Kevin Owen. And in goal, Chris Sloan. The Arrows. And now the Fighting Green Wave. Coached by Mr. John Covelli, the non-starter. In goal, Greg Foreman. Number 46, Greg Becker. Number 66, Mitch Etter. Number 26, Jack Cornell. Number 38, Adam Dillon. Number 52, James Willingham. Number 34, Chad Widow. Number 32, Matt Bowman. Number 68, Sam Hicks. Number 50, Dan Warner. And the starter, number 2, Nate Steele. Number 78, Dusty Taylor. Number 16, Nick Garner. Number 18, Eli Fisher. Number 20, Nick Raymond. Number 24, Joe Sharp. Number 48, Barrett River. Number 22, James. Number 12, Dan Litchfield. Number 10, Kurt Baker. And Ingo and along the way, trainers Kathy Fox, statistician Beth Etter, and our cheerleaders directed by Nancy Richardson, Michelle Allen, Anne-Marie Coffin, Jessica Wyrick, and Keisha Burleson. Your officials, Mr. John Kingman and Mr. Harold Hummel. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start this match this afternoon, let's honor our great country with our national anthem.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Brought to you by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home, located on Albert Road in Brookville. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville, by Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville, and by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us. And hello, everybody, and welcome to Greenville's Harmon Field. My name is Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you here this afternoon, and it is high school soccer, Ohio style. A little bit different. We've spent 6 years in the state of Alabama, and we're certainly glad to be with you. And the toss of the coin as to who will be receiving, who will get to handle the ball first, taking place at midfield. It appears Greenville did win the toss. And it appears the Wave will handle the ball first when play starts, which will be momentarily here. As I said, my name is Mark Bixler, and we're certainly glad to be with you here tonight, this afternoon actually, in Greenville's Harmon Field. At Greenville's Harmon Field, rather. And this is being produced by M. Bixler Video Productions.
Cross country. Varsity boys were fourth.
Or maybe Tecumseh did win the toss. After all, they pointed to Greenville, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. Maybe they were asking which end they wanted to defend rather than that very well may have been the case. But now it appears that Tecumseh will be handling the ball first as we await for action to start. And indeed, Tecumseh does handle the ball first with it. Justin Doggett passes the ball to number 2, Andy Diller. The Wave with the throw in, number 24. And the Wave keeper coming up with that, and he'll give it a toss out toward midfield. We'll get the names as quickly as we can. That is out of bounds. It will be a Wave throw in. Nate Seal doing the honors for the Wave. Out of bounds. Let's check and see who will get the throw in. Greenville with it, number 12, Dan Litchfield. That ball is deflected away by the Arrows. On the near side, Matt Buffington. Doggett with the ball, and in a scuffle to our right. Greenville with the ball, that's Merritt Gruber. Now with the ball, number 7, Jason Reinhardt for the Arrows. Let's check and see what that will be. It should be is it going to be a throw in or a goal kick? I couldn't tell where it went out of bounds. For that matter, it will indeed be a throw in. Now it's booted back down toward midfield. Now back toward the offensive end for the Arrows. That ball rolls out of bounds. It will be a Wave throw in. It appears number 24, Joe Sharp, throwing the ball in. A lot of action, at least on the football field, between the 20s taking place, I guess you would call that, or between the end zones.
I know my place.
We are in the midst of a scoreless tie here. We are in the first half, as we said. They play two 40-minute halves. That's Reinhardt rather, and he boots it toward the corner, and it is going to sneak in that right side of the goal. Number 3 with that, Steve Pullen with the goal for the Arrows, and that gives Tecumseh a 1-0 lead here. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Osgood State Bank with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent, Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And businesses and individuals can help underwrite the events that M. Bixler Video Productions airs. Contact us. Put the ball in play. That pass intercepted, but coming back with it is the Wave. On the left side, the near side, that is number 21. That would be Kevin Owen. Number 44 with the ball now for, well, it's not a 44. We'll check that number. It may have been number 24, Joe Sharp. 18 chasing the ball down, Chris Lepley. Again, we apologize if we mispronounce any names. It's not being done intentionally. Number 22 chasing the ball down, Gabe Bergman. It is out of bounds, and it will be an arrow throw in. 1-0, the Arrows leading this here this afternoon.
Hi there, buddy. Wait, you're a chump. Yes, you are a chump.
The Wave keeper chasing the ball down, and it will be a
You're gonna be a soccer player too.
goal kick for the Wave. 1-0 is the score. Tecumseh leading this over the Wave of Greenville. Number 12 will put the ball in play. That's Dan Litchfield. We'll get the throw in. Reinhardt, and the ball is appears to be deflected away. It should be a corner kick, or will it be, or did it go off of the Wave keeper or not? If it did not, it should be, it would then be a goal kick. That is what we had. The header by number 3, that would be Pullen for the Arrows. We are in the first quarter, first half of play, I should say. And the keeper for the Wave coming up with it, Andy Long. A header by number 5, Matt Buffington. Seal will boot it in toward the goal, and it is up over the goal. So the attempt a bit high. And the goal kick by the keeper for the Arrows. 1-0 Tecumseh leading this. They lead the Green Wave. We are at Harmon Field in Greenville. And we're going to have offsides called against the Wave. So it will be I never remember, I believe that's an indirect kick. The Wave with it, number 20. That's Nick Riemann. It is out of bounds. It will be an arrow throw in on the far side. Arrows with the lead right now, 1-0 over the Green Wave of Greenville. Arrows from Tecumseh, New Carlisle. Saved by the keeper. Booted back out toward midfield. And an indirect kick again. That very likely could have been a dangerous play called. Did not see a signal. And it's saved by the keeper for the Wave, Andy Long. He'll boot it out toward midfield, trailing 1-0. Seal with the ball hitting off of his chest. It's booted back down. The Arrows with the ball, and it is out of bounds. Trying to control it, number 21, Kevin Owen, but could not. It will be a Wave throw-in on the far side to our left. Owen with the throw-in. Gives it up to number 19, Ryan McClymans. A Wave with the ball, or well, trying to chase it down. It goes out of bounds. That should be a Wave throw-in. Doing the honors, Nate Seal. He'll put it in play. Pass back to Seal, tries to get it toward the center, but it's booted back out by the Arrows. Number 24, Joe Sharp, boots it toward the goal, but it's picked off by the keeper, and he'll boot it back out toward midfield. 1-0 Arrows. The Arrows on the attack, and a little bit of a push. It will be the Green Wave with it, and putting it in play is number 12, Dan Litchfield. The Arrows come up with it, though. And I believe offside's called against the Arrows. So again, I believe that is an indirect kick for the Wave on the north end zone. The north end of the soccer field. One thing, having lived in this move to the state of Alabama 6 years ago, I did learn one thing, and that is you can go to any football field, and most high school soccer games are played on the high school soccer or football fields, and they all are north and south. You move into the north, and you do run into some that are east and west as well. So I learned a little something down there, I guess. So that the traditional football field is always north and south. But you all are soccer fans, so that's the main thing there. And it's a 1-0 ball game, as we said. The Arrows leading this. The Wave on the attack, and that is going to go out of bounds. And I could not tell whether it was whether it was a red card or not, but nonetheless, the keeper leaves the ball game. Well, let's see what happens. Litchfield has the ball tipped out of bounds. The Wave do not get anything out of it. Now it's booted back toward the Wave. The Wave trying to get on the offense. It will be picked up by the keeper. One nothing, Arrows leading this over the Wave. This video being produced by M. Bixler Video Productions. For the time being, we can be reached at 548-6451. That is saved by the keeper for the Wave, and he'll boot it back out. That is Andy Long for Greenville. First half of play taking place. It's a 1-0 game and a little bit of a push from behind. That should be an indirect kick for the Wave. To our right, just to our right. Litchfield puts it in play and now brought back the Arrows with it. The pass ahead to number 8. Jim Van Oss, but coming up with it, number 10, and that's Kurt Baker. We are in the midst of a 1-0 ball game. My name is Mark Bixler, thus the M. Bixler Video Productions. It is a 1-0 ball game. Arrows and a little bit of a trip. The Arrows will get the indirect kick right there. Boots it back down, and that's going to sneak in. The keeper for the Wave coming out to try and pick up the ball. But number 14, Justin Doggett, with that backdoor goal, giving the Arrows a 2-0 lead here in the first half.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Brought to you by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home, located on Albert Road in Brookville. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
So that coming at the 15:39 mark of the first half. As we said, Arrows 2, Green Wave nothing here this afternoon at Harmon Field. The Wave on the attack, but unable to chase it down before the keeper picked it up was Nate Seal. Again picking it up, the keeper, before number 78 this time could chase it down, Dusty Kaler. It's a 2-0 ball game here at Harmon. The Arrows leading it. Number 3 with the ball, Steve Pullen. He dribbles it up and an indirect kick. I did not catch the call, but nonetheless the Arrows maintain possession. Booted toward the goal, and the keeper Adam Long coming out with it. He'll boot it back downfield toward the midfield area. 2-0 Arrows. The Tecumseh with the ball. And it goes off of number 66 for the Wave, Mitch Etter. Now the header by the Wave, but it's booted back in toward the goal, and it's a little high and maybe even a little wide left, but it will go out of bounds and will be a Wave goal kick. The Wave hurry and put it back in play, but the Arrows come up with the steal. Now they'll boot it back downfield. Number 57. I'll understand some of the numbers that we have may be a little different than what is actually on the individual's back. Two nothing Tecumseh. They lead this over Greenville. Well, apparently we will have that goal kick once again. The keeper will roll it back out, now pick it up, and he will boot it away. A throw in toward the goal, and that is tipped out by the Wave. The Wave and Arrows battling for it. Now we have a whistle. Greenville puts it in play. Off of Tecumseh. It will be a Wave throw in. Putting it in play, Mitch Etter. Well, a good defensive play by the Wave. And let's see what the call was. 2-0 the score. Arrows leading this with 2 first-half goals. Coming just over the 4-minute, or right at the 4-minute mark. And about the 15-minute mark. And it's out of bounds, and this should be, it is an Arrow throw-in. Justin Doggett, but it's booted back out by number 66, Mitch Etter. Number 46 with the ball, Greg Badger, and it's out of bounds, and let's see who gets the throw-in. It should be Tecumseh. 2-0 Arrows. They are on the attack, and it is in for a goal.
Goal number 7, Jason Reinhardt.
Jason Reinhardt with that goal, and that gives Tecumseh a 3-0 lead now over the Wave.
Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent, Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And businesses and individuals can help underwrite the events that M. Bixler Video Productions airs. Contact us.
Well, now we have a dog on the field. Well, the player, the dog wanted the attention. Well, it's a 2-0 ball game as we are temporarily interrupted with a dog on the field. As they make their way, getting the dog out of the stadium. He just wanted to play a little soccer. Well, the Wave with the ball right now, and they are trying to go on the attack, but Tecumseh defensively doing a good job. Right now, the Wave trail 3-0, 3-0. That rolls out of bounds on the far side. It will be a throw-in by the Arrows. Number 4, Mark Hepfer, doing the honors. 3-0 now. Greenville trailing this. We are still in the first half.
Very.
3-0, I guess, would be the correct score.
Unfortunately.
Are you in produce?
Huh?
Produce?
I do everything.
Take over bar.
Hey, Toasty! Give that man some
Badger
butter.
passes the ball up, and it is booted back down by the Arrows. They look to go on the attack again. Badger steals that one, but now sees it booted out of bounds, and or is it? Maybe it stayed inbounds. It did. It skirted right along the sideline. The Wave with the ball. They booted toward the goal, and excuse me, we are going to have offsides there. Offsides the call, so it will be an indirect kick by Tecumseh. Again, the Wave on the attack, and it is booted down and booted by the keeper. Now toward the goal. Let's see what happens. The Wave on the attack right now. 3-0 Arrows. They lead this over the Wave. Badger with the throw in. Get all of that. It kind of slipped off of his hands. And it will be a Tecumseh throw in on the right side of the field. Kurt Baker gives it up to number 24. That's Joe Sharp. Keeper for the Arrows chasing it down, and he'll boot it out. They with a 3-0 lead here this afternoon. And we are at Harmon Field in Greenville. It's out of bounds off the Arrow, so the Wave will put the ball in play to our right with a throw in. Down 3-0 here, first half of play. We are over the halfway point. Of this first half of play. Tecumseh with the throw in, almost directly in front of us. Number 5 doing the honors, Matt Buffington. To the near side, booted out of bounds. That will be again a throw in by Tecumseh. My name is Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you here this afternoon from Harmon Field in Greenville. And if I do say another name that's doing the announcing, it's strictly by accident. In the state of Alabama, and I moved to Alabama because of radio. Some of you might recognize the name Mark Bixler, having worked at several radio stations here in the Miami Valley, including the old WDRK before it went off the air, and also WZZY in Winchester. But when I moved into Alabama, I picked up a new air name, and that name was Mark Payton. So as a result, in the state of Alabama, that is who I go by when I'm doing sporting events and so forth in that state. I do go by Mark Bixler because that is what I'm more readily known as here. But if I do make a mistake and give the name Mark Payton instead of Mark Bixler, please understand it is the same person. Greenville, they will try to get the score, and it is high. So it remains a 3-0 score here in the first half. Tecumseh with the goal kick. Again, Greenville looking to go on the attack, but Tecumseh with it, and it's booted out of bounds by the Wave. So the Arrows with the throw in on the far side. Steve Pullen passes the ball off. That's number 13, I believe, Trent King, but it's tipped away. Now the Arrows pulling, or rather, correct, Pullen had the ball, and now we await for the goal kick by the Wave. Maybe got by with a little bit of handling there, Pullen, but the Wave comes out with it, and it will be booted upfield by Ballard. Arrows with it. Now they go back on the offense. On the Wave will put it in. Yeah. Let's see what the call is. Offsides, apparently, the call. The throw in now by, let's check and see who's going to get this, whether it'll be Greenville or Tecumseh. It'll be the Arrows. Number 5, Matt Buffington will put the ball in play. First half of play, winding down, 3-0 the score, Arrows. My name is Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you. That ball passed up the far sidelines, and that will be out of bounds. It should be a Wave throw-in on the far side. I believe that's Badger putting it in play. Now Nick Gardner will put the ball in play. Garner with the ball on the far sidelines, tries to center the ball, and it will be picked up by the keeper right now, and he will boot it out. And it's going to be a Wave indirect kick, I believe. Seal passes the ball up, but the Arrows coming up with it. They'll boot it toward the Greenville side, and it stays in bounds. Badger booted the ball back toward the where Greenville's trying to score. Reinhardt gives the ball up to Pullen. Wave with the steal, but the Arrows get it right back. Arrows with a good job of passing the ball, but that goes out of bounds. It'll be a Wave throw-in. Litchfield will put the ball in play with the throw-in now. Or was that CU? I believe it was 12, but I won't. The Wave will get the free boot from about midfield. Three 0 Arrows leading this. The Wave trying to get on the scoreboard here this afternoon. In the first half of play anyway. We still have 40 minutes remaining after this one is finished. We've been doing AYSO soccer games in Alabama the last several years, and it's going to be picked up. And a yellow card is going to be given.
What'd he do?
As we await play to resume. Three 0 Green Wave the Green Wave trailing this against the Arrows of Tecumseh. Booted toward the goal. It's headed out. And this should be a corner kick now by the Arrows. And it's deflected away again. Again, there will be another corner kick.
No, it wasn't his watch.
Off the goalpost. And now it will be a goal kick for the Wave. Trailing 3-0 here. First half of play winding down. Two minutes remaining here in this first half. It's a 3-0 game, as we've said. Arrows leading this. The pass and the Arrows on the attack, but it's deflected off of number 46, Craig Badger. So it'll be a corner kick now by the Arrows. Already with a 3-0 lead here. First half of play winding down, as we said. And instead of centering the ball toward the goal, they just bring it to the near side and try to do something there, and that stays in bounds. Well, it rolls out. It'll be a throw in now. This they put toward the goal and will try to do something, and this will be a goal kick. And what do we have? Who will get the ball? Appears Tecumseh. Boots it toward the goal, and it is in.
Goal number 3.
Giving the Arrows a 4-0 lead here late in the first half.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Brought to you by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home, located on Albert Road in Brookville. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will end the first half of play with the score. The Arrows 4, the Green Wave 0.
Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And businesses and individuals can help underwrite the events that Bixler Video Productions airs. Contact us.
Concession stand is open right around the corner from it. No
As
smoking,
we
please.
catch a
In the
glimpse
seating
at
area.
just a little bit of halftime. 4-0 the score. Greenville leading this, or rather Tecumseh leading this over the Green Wave of Greenville. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Brought to you by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home, located on Albert Road in Brookville. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
We are in the second half here. It's a 4-0 ball game. Tecumseh leading this over the Wave. Reinhardt, that's number 13, Trent King. That will be the way we'll get the indirect kick. Picked up by the keeper for Tecumseh, and he'll boot it out toward midfield. (4-0) Tecumseh. They lead the Arrows, or they lead the Green Wave. The Arrows lead the Green Wave. Green Wave trying to avoid a shutout here. That the throw in by Greenville. Direct kick, Tecumseh with it. (4-0) Tecumseh leading this, as we said, with the 4 first half goals. My name is Mark Bixler, and we're certainly glad to be with you here this afternoon from Greenville's Harmon Field. It's a 4-0 game. Arrows of Tecumseh from New Carlisle leading this over the Green Wave of Greenville. That is out of bounds. It will be a Greenville throw-in on the near side to our right. It'll be picked up by the Arrow keeper, and he'll boot it out toward midfield.
Nice job, Barrett.
The Arrows with the throw-in on the far side. They throw it toward the goal, and it's booted out by the Wave. Now on the near side, it will be a Greenville throw-in. Well, the Wave trying to avoid a shutout right now, but they've got to get the ball down to the end where they can score. We've spent a lot of time here in the Tecumseh end. Now we're back down on that end. And a whistle. And both players are going to get a little bit of a talking to right now. 4-0 Tecumseh, and they will get the indirect kick. And the long kick is a bit high. So the goal kick by Greenville. Keeper with the save for the Arrows. In front, good bit in front of the goal. Here comes the wave, and it is picked up by the keeper. Here comes the wave again on the attack. Number 20, Nick Riemann, lost the ball, now goes back, picks it up, but he still has it. The Arrows with the steal, though, and that will be a Greenville throw-in on the near side, almost directly in front of us. And what do we have? It may indeed be offsides. Four 4-0. Arrows leading this. Well, the keeper for the Wave picking the ball up, and he'll boot it out.
I think she was sitting down on the bleacher. Nice one, Greg.
They run the ball.
Wave on the attack, and again, we're going to have an offsides.
Ball.
4-0 is the score. Arrows leading this by the 4 goals, as we said, over the Green Wave. Greenville still a member of the Greater Miami Valley Conference. The Arrows a former member, so these two teams are familiar. Those two schools familiar with each other. My name is Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you here this afternoon. Senior Day for Greenville. Of course, we had all those festivities beforehand. The Arrows on the attack, trying to add another nail in the coffin for the Wave. Already leading at 4-0.
Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Osgood State Bank with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And businesses and individuals can help underwrite the events that M. Bixler Video Productions airs. Contact us.
That is picked up by the keeper. And I believe the keeper is Greg Foreman now. I may be incorrect, but here come the Wave, and it is in for the goal. So the Wave, Eli Fisher breaking the shutout and making it a 4-1 ball game. That comes at the 13:26 mark of the first half.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Here come the Arrows. 4-1 the score. Well, we approach the halfway point of the second half. My name is Mark Bixler. We're glad to be with you. M. Bixler Video Productions. It's a 4-1 ball game. The Arrows leading it. They had 4 goals in the first half. The Wave thus far with the only goal here in the second half. Reinhardt and Badger battling for the ball. And it should be a goal kick by Greenville. Well, we are having a corner kick. The only thing I can think of is the ball was out before number 66 for the Wave. Mitch Etter booted it off of the Arrow. It'll be a throw in on the far side. Free ball put in play by Greenville. Or a throw in. Now the throw in by the Arrows. Number 4 will put it in play. Mark Hepper. Well, check that indirect kick. (4-1) Arrows by 3 goals right now. They, with all of their goals in the first half, the Wave with the only goal here in the second. Eli Fisher with that goal. And that is booted high. Now the Wave on the attack, but now it's booted toward the near side, the north side. Now it's taken to the other side, and the ball's still loose. The keeper covering it. And he'll boot it out. The keeper, I believe, for the Arrows. I scanned down there. It's Chris Sloan, if I'm not mistaken, unless they have substituted, brought in the new keeper, which might be Mike Whitaker. And that, I believe, is the case. I believe it is Mike Whitaker. (4-1) Arrows by, leading, I should say, the Wave by the 3 goals. Put it in toward the goal. Now it's brought back out. Here come the Wave on the attack, but it's tipped away by the Arrows. That was Kurt Baker initially trying to get the ball to number 78, Dusty Kaler. And a yellow card now given to Kaler. Chad Ridout in the ball game now for the Wave. 4-1 Arrows. We are at Harmon Field in Greenville. The throw in toward the goal, and it will be saved by the keeper. Greg Foreman with that save, I believe. That it's Foreman in goal right now. The throw in by Tecumseh. Well, it's wide to the far side of the goal. That will be a Greenville goal kick.
I'm enjoying this. Nice cool weather. Air conditioning.
Whistle. Offsides, more than likely, the call against Tecumseh.
Yeah, go, go, go! Go! Hey, turn around!
4-1, Arrows leading this over the Green Wave. We're at Harmon Field in Greenville. This non-league action on this Saturday, October 11th. Of course, this senior day for Greenville, the final home game for the Wave. Toss. The throw-in by the Wave, intended for number 20. That would have been Nick Riemann. The Wave with it now as Badger tries to get it downfield, but it will be offsides against the Wave. Throw in on the far side in front of the Tecumseh bench. 4-1 Arrows. They lead this over the Green Wave. Now let's see what the call is going to be. Who's going to get it? It will be the Wave doing the kicking. Four nothing, or 4-1 rather, the score, and now it will be again offsides. Well, I don't know if it's offsides, but nonetheless, the Green Wave will get the indirect kick. Wave on the attack, and it will be booted out of bounds. The throw in by the Wave on the near side, the north end of the field. Matt Foreman puts the ball in play, throws it toward the goal, and the Wave with an opportunity could not convert. And that booted high, so that will be a arrow throw in, or arrow goal kick, I should say. Well, we have 52 as James Willingham, but that may indeed be number 57. Whistle, and let's see what the call is going to be. It appears it will be against Tecumseh. Number 50, Dan Warner, boots it toward the goal. And the save by the keeper. Booted out toward midfield, now sent back down. Matt Foreman trying to chase it down. It goes out of bounds, and it will be a Wave. Check that. It will be an arrow throw in. "4-1 Arrows." They lead this. My name is Mark Payton, or Mark Bixler, I should say. I knew I'd do that sooner or later if I hadn't done it before this.
Good job, Gabe. You got it figured out now. Come on.
Arrows. The pass. And it rolls out of bounds, and let's see who gets it. It'll be a Greenville throw in. Cornell getting in front of that one. And it stays, well, it goes out of bounds just barely. It will be an arrow throw in. We wait for the substitutions to make their way into the ball game. 4-1 the score. Mark Bixler, I'm glad to be with you here tonight, this afternoon. M. Bixler Video Productions, producing this videotape. Direct kick. It'll be by number 14, Justin Doggett.
Nice one. Go, Chad.
Now, Dan. Okay.
4-1 Arrows leading this. Time winding down here tonight. This afternoon, we are at Harmon Field in Greenville, the site of this high school soccer ball game. The Tecumseh Arrows against the Greenville Green Wave.
Where's the pillow?
He's back here where he's supposed to be.
The Arrows deflect that one.
Keep him moving.
And it is out of bounds, so it will be an Arrow throw in.
Nice fly ball.
4-1 Arrows. All 4 goals in the first half of play. The 1 goal here in the second half by the Wave. Offsides. Greenville will get the indirect kick. Booted down. It'll be out of bounds and a Tecumseh throw in.
Come on, boys.
Oh, watch out, Chad.
Yeah, Mitchell.
That's Steve Pullen with the
Keep busy.
ball, but it's taken away by the Wave. The Wave with the throw in. Greg Badger on the far side. Greenville with the throw in once again. Nick Garner putting the ball in play. But here come the Arrows again. Reinhardt with the ball, but it's booted back down by Buffington. And out of bounds, this will be a throw in by Tecumseh. For 4-1, Arrows leading this. Sees the ball tipped away by number 66, Mitch Etter. Here come the Arrows again. Foreman with the save. Now the throw in by Tecumseh, and here come the Arrows. That's Reinhardt rather. With Ball on the near side. Kevin Owen centers it. And it is a bit high. So it'll be a goal kick by Greenville. And let's do that again.
Good job, Jack.
(4-1) Arrows. All four of their goals, as we've said, came in the first half. The only goal thus far here in the second half has been by Greenville.
Yes, Mitchell.
Goal kick again by Greenville.
Yeah, keep on him.
Reinhardt
That's it, keep busy. Keep busy.
still with the ball, now brings it toward the center. And that'll be another goal kick by the Wave. Trailing this 4-1, they're trying to get to the point where they can go on offense, but Tecumseh very aggressive here, even leading 4-1 late in the ball game.
Go! Go!
Foreman with the ball on the north end of the field, near side. It's out of bounds, and that will be a goal kick by the Arrows. My name is Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you. Number 34 chasing the ball down. That's Chad Ridout. And the save by the keeper. Two minutes, all that remains. And we have some substitutions coming in for the Wave. Dan Litchfield will put the ball in play for Greenville. Litchfield again on the throw in. The Arrows again bring it back down on the attack. Picked up by the keeper Foreman though, and he'll boot it out toward midfield. 4-1 Arrows leading this. My name is Mark Bixler. As we said, we're glad to be with you. Second half winding down, the game winding down time-wise. Litchfield on the indirect kick. Here come the Wave. And it is in for a goal. That narrows it to a 4-2 ball game.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Brought to you by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home, located on Albert Road in Brookville. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville, by Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville, and by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
There you go. Take it on down.
4-2 the score. Arrows, it appears, will walk away with the win as time is running out, and that probably will do it.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
As time being counted down.
2, 1, the match.
And that is it. The Arrows win this match, the game against the Wave, 4-2 here tonight, this afternoon from Harmon Field. It's been enjoyable. Once again, the final score, Tecumseh 4, Greenville 2. My name is Mark Bixler, and would like to say so long, everybody.